right, guys, what's going on? Paul here. This is the Saturday edition of the podcast. I don't care how I look. My beard's a mess. I need a shower. But like always, I always promise you guys that I'm gonna be real with you. This is real life, man. The missus is out of town. I got the boys. We got a boys' weekend going on, and been out of the office for a little bit, just knocking out some stuff that I know that I need to do. So, but this message has been sitting like within me the past few days, and that is to never, 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 never negotiate the man that you are called to be. Because most of you are just negotiating with weakness, with your opinions, with comfort. And that is why you will stay stuck. And the man that you want to be is the path that you need to be pursuing, because otherwise you're just living a watered down version of yourself and you're not being authentic, and how you show up isn't how you feel you should be showing up, and that will inherently slowly chip away at your soul. And this is soul level stuff, guys, because for so long I lived in that gray area of trying to please everybody, even though I felt a certain way or didn't want to do something, and not being myself. And that's a big proponent of who I am today. Because when I was at the fire department, I had to shave every day, and I wanted a beard. Like, I had this desire, and it sounds silly, it sounds stupid. I go over this in my book Beardology, but I knew that I was not living as the man that I wanted to be. I knew that by me staying in my career as a firefighter, as a fire investigator, having to work the schedule that I had, being miserable every day, um, not working out, not showing up for my family, not, being able to grow my beard out. I knew, my soul knew that that wasn't me. So you can continue to deny your soul's calling for the man that you should be, and you can run from it, you can try and hide from it, but the truth is eventually it's going to keep coming back around. And the next time it comes around, it may be a louder knock. The next time it comes around, it may show up differently. So, this is a call out for you guys. You're supposed to lead your family, but if you can't lead yourself and you compromise and negotiate on who you are, how do you expect to lead anybody else? Because you're compromising on everything that goes against who you are. You're supposed to get up early. You're supposed to work out. You're supposed to be fit and strong. You're not supposed to lose your shit. You shouldn't be having another drink. You shouldn't be watching porn. The excuses that you keep living and you keep telling yourself, and that's keeping you stuck. Because the opposite of everything I just explained is the man and your soul's desire of who you want to be. You keep making choices. You make them every day. You make thousands and thousands of choices every day. But the ones that matter the most, they're either pushing you in the direction that's going to be in alignment with who you are, or they're going to keep you stuck. So the real reason I think that men compromise is because of the noise that we have outside of us. And, I think the misconception that a lot of you guys have when it comes to seeing guys online, seeing Insta gurus online, is they look like they have everything. Right? So I just told you when we started, I was like, man, my beard's a mess. This is Saturday. I'm doing stuff in my office. I just got off a coaching call. I'm doing all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be real with you. I could have went upstairs. I could have put on a t-shirt. I could have brushed my beard, whatever, and been like everybody else, projecting, preaching, teaching a version of me that I want you to see. But instead, I want you to see that I'm just like you, untidy. I need a shower. Whatever. I'm a mess. I'm not going to sugarcoat this stuff for you guys. And when it comes to negotiating the man that you're supposed to be, it's not noble. When you sit there and you tell me, I give my family everything first before I even think about myself, it's not noble. It's selfish. And by doing that, you think you're being selfless. But in order to be selfless, you must first be selfish. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give what you don't have. And the sooner that you guys can realize that you must show up for yourself and stop negotiating the decisions and the identity and compromising the standards of who you actually are, and stop lying to yourselves, your family pays the price. Your wife, your kids, your soul pays the price. And this feeling of never being satisfied, or it never being enough, or it's too much, or whatever it is that you feel inside as a man, as a father, as a husband, that'll never go away. If you keep living this false identity of who you really are. And I see it a mile away now. Like all these guys that are overweight and they're, oh, dad bod. Yeah, my wife loves her. They make these stupid fucking laughs. They're full of it. And you're full of it if you're one of them. They know how they feel inside. The mirror shows them exactly as they are, and they fucking hate it. And their coping mechanism is to embrace it and accept that comfort level. They buy into society's bullshit when it comes to the male physique. Well, I don't want to be toxic. Bro, you were fucking built to be toxic. You were built to be a masculine man. It's woven within your DNA. God decreed this for you. He didn't mean for you to have bitch tits. Oh, Paul, you're body shaming. Fuck you. You're not living up to the standard, and you fucking know it. And you feel it, brother. That's why you have anxiety. That's why depression's through the roof. That's why males, on average, are the ones committing suicide. Because we buy and negotiate away our fucking very thing that makes us a masculine man that God has called us to be. You're negotiating away your power. You buy into confusion. You negotiate your clarity away. Guys, you're never going to be able to convince me otherwise. Why? Because I live this. I was the guy that was 40 pounds heavier than I am now. I was the guy that was out of shape. I was the guy that didn't have the beard. I was the guy that, wasn't setting the standard for his family. I was the guy that negotiated how I felt on the inside until I didn't. I was the guy that I would look in the mirror every morning and see the man staring back at me and say, "You are a piece of shit." And then do nothing to change it, but sit there and wallow in my self-pity of how I felt, how I looked, and how I treated the ones around me that I loved. Does that sound like you, gentlemen? Oh, I don't want to be masculine. Again, fuck off with that noise. Yes, following the path to your alignment as your soul's called you to be, as God's called you to be, how you feel on the inside, that path is full of fucking Mount Everest times 10. Is it going to be difficult? Yes. Is it going to break you? Yes. Is it going to push you to a place that you've never been? Yes. You either choose the path that moves you towards the alignment of what your soul is calling you to be, or you keep choosing the same bullshit, hoping for a different outcome. Oh, I'm just not lucky. Oh, I just don't have the genetics. Oh, but Paul, if I had this, this, and this, then I would be blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. You choose comfort. You choose mediocrity. You choose to be the same. Brother, you can either choose to find a way to get out of that pit of hell that you feel on a daily basis and crawl out of it no matter what it takes, or you accept it. Because accepting your low fucking standards, your level of mediocrity is easy. There's nothing hard about it. And by doing that, you also put the nail in the coffin of your family. You put the nail in the coffin of your marriage, where your wife's never going to be happy because she's saying she loves your dad bod so that you don't get offended and start crying like a little bitch. And how about your kids? You put the nail in the coffin in them too. Why? Because you're not showing them what it means to be uncomfortable. You're showing them how to accept and be average. You buy in to societal fucking norms that some dipshit created online, and fucking a million other dipshits started joining in with them. And listen, if you want to stay the same, by all means, stay the same. Keep living this life that you fucking hate. Keep getting up every day having the feelings that you have, and don't ask for help, and don't come into my DMs, and don't make fucking stupid comments, and keep doing whatever it is you want to do. Nobody's forcing you. But for me, I refuse to keep living that lie. I refuse to keep living that life. I refuse to this day to keep negotiating with the lower version of myself. Fuck being humble. Oh, Paul. No, I have said it so many times. I don't care about being humble. The only time that I will humble myself is before God. Everybody else can go fly a kite. Why do I say that? Because being humble, if you look up the definition of being humble, It means to accept the lowest version of yourself and F that noise. I am not accepting the lowest version of myself. And you should not either. So, yeah, this is 2 or 3 freaking vlogs in a row, podcasts, whatever in a row that I'm going nuclear. Like, I'm so tired of having these same conversations with guys that just are not willing to get out of their comfort zone. Most of you will never pull the trigger to get to the place that you need to get or that you want to get to. That's the truth. That's what I've seen. Like, stop talking about the mediocrity in your own soul. And then stop talking about all these dreams and aspirations that you have and why you can't achieve them. I don't know if you know this, but the only thing holding you back is you. And that's a hard one to grasp. I will give you that. I struggle with that pretty frequently. I struggle with the fact that sometimes I am the problem, but I'm also the solution. I am the only one that can find a way out of the pit that I've put myself in. I don't believe that there's some mystical, astronomical power that says today, you know what, Paul? We're going to fuck with your life again today just because the universe thinks that you should be fucked with some more. You realize how stupid that sounds? It's not the universe. It doesn't rain when it pours. It's you and your weak ass, broke mindset, dad bod loving fucking mantra that you have. So I hope that this triggered you. I hoped that this would actually allow you to look in the mirror and look deep within yourself and reflect and go, you know what? I do negotiate with myself. I do let others dictate who I really am. I am not leading my family. I do compromise. I do live in comfort. I am living the watered down version of who I really am and knowing that unless I choose something different, I will never get out of that version. So until then, guys, I'm going to keep coming best I can to help you guys, to get you unstuck, to help you remove the weakness in your life. Till next time, dominate daily.